Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome back to EMC To The SKY. Bet you thought I forgot about that little fella down in there. Hey, chucked it in there at the end of the last episode and didn't mention it again. But you were all thinking Thunder's a twit. And he was, but he remembers about it this time. So what we're going to do, start off this episode, grab the Nitro crystals, and we're going to make some Nitro seeds. So we need some Insanium, and then 4 Nitro crystals and the seeds. Just so happens we've got the seeds, and wouldn't you know it, been making a little bit of Insanium. Because now that we've got that draw wall linked up, we can see all of our essences. So we've got a little bit of Insanium. Just enough, I think. So we'll go and make the seed. Once this bad boy's done, we'll be making Nitro reactors until the cows come home. Chuck the Insanium in. Chuck the seed in. And bam, there we go. So we've got plenty of the other ones. I'll probably end up shutting down the botany pots with the blazing and hardened, blazing and spirited and the other one. What's the other one? That one in it. And then just keep the Nitro ones going for a while. But we will need some Insanium farmland to grow this stuff, I believe. And if not, we're going to use it anyway. There we go. So we might also use a tier 4 pot, which we don't have on us at the moment. That's all right. We can certainly get it. Let's have a look for pot. We do have some in there. They're just not called that. Okay. So we will use a tier 4 because we want these guys pretty quick. Tier 4, I've finished that off. Recipe is just blocks of nether star. So once you're starting to get heaps and heaps of nether star from this method, that's where you can use and spend your nether stars on getting these guys in. So there we go. So let's go plug this bad boy in. And what we'll do is we will unplug. Yeah, I don't think we need either the spirited or the niotic or the blazing. Let's just get rid of this one. First cab off the rank. We'll chuck that bad boy in and chuck the farmland in and then the seeds. There we go. And wonder if our reactors are out of power. I still haven't put the system together yet. You know what? Let's do that. All right, that'll keep those guys occupied for a little bit anyway. And then we'll get that piece out of there as well. Coolio. And then if we set that as uraninite, just by whacking it like that, and then we can export into there. And that pipe's got to get broken, doesn't it? We don't need it going all the way up. Go. And we can extract out of there. So now that's going to fill up those guys with uraninite and keep powering them. Let's get the pipe upgrades just so it goes as fast as it can. We don't need it to go that fast, but hey, you never know. That one should be good. There we go. So it's going to keep that uraninite full in there. We could set up another 3 and just export ice, redstone, and coal. Oh yeah, look at that. So we can grab a few of those, and then I'll chuck those. Chuck 1 stack of this in here. Let's chuck it right there. We can take it back out again. Wait. Alrighty. So what we need to do, as you can see, our EMC has jumped up a little bit. I did make a little system. I gave in. Needs the nether star. So I gave in and set up the little trick with the EMC from emeralds to diamonds. And I wonder why that's not coming out now. Because we've got no power. Because of the... Alright, let's get this cranking again. Yep, out of power in there. Now we can see our EMC going back up. It sits at around about 2 mil per second once it's established. I also did go ahead and make the compact machines and went through and completed the chapter. So it's not a very rewarding one. It's just 4 of the maximum tier ones, but hey, you never know. We probably would want to set up something like a Nitro reactor with a few pots in there. That sounds like a good idea. Why not? So, where are our reactor blocks? Where are our reactor blocks? We don't have any more of them. Interesting. Do we have blocks of nether star, or do I use them all? Yeah, we got plenty. Let's just, I'll grab a few stacks. There we go. That's more than enough now. Plenty. And let's make them into the nitro capacitors. What do you reckon? 4 stacks? No, apparently just not even 2. Okay, well, let's make the reactors. There we go. So we do want quite a few of these, so that's all we get. That's better. So let's 36. There we go. We got enough for 3 reactors exactly. That should do what we need to do. And then I want us to get pots. We won't go all tier 4, but we will grab the remainder of our tier 4 and then half a stack of that. And got enough pipes. We need a sequential fabricator. We go, just the one. And we need a drawer. Grab just 2. Actually, we'll grab 3. And we need some upgrades. One of them. Grab a few of them. We want to use this and mix it with some obsidian. Get a couple of those, and then we can take a stack of them because we might need some. Alrighty. Now, I did go ahead and put a large compact machine in here. And probably won't keep it in here, but let's just go ahead and get our reactors in. There we go. And what I want to do is just, I think I made them that close. Never mind. What I want to do is get ourselves some dragon egg farm cranking. So let's go from here and then these guys. I'm not sure how many we can support in here with the power, but we're definitely going to chuck in as many as we can. And there we go. We might need to leave a gap. Just get rid of the gap and we can run the power that way. Now, I want to run the pipes underneath. It should pull straight out of these. Shouldn't need a buffer underneath it or anything like that. Should just pull directly out. That can come across and we can have our drawers here. So that. And should only be for what we need, so we can lock all 3 of these. Lock. And then we'll need to set the extraction. There we go. And then what I'll want is some more upgrades. I want to make sure this will extract them as fast as possible. So they can all have diamond. There we go. Alrighty, so that's that done. And then from this bit, we want the sequential fabricator making us dragon eggs. So that will come out of there. And we need input at the top, and then export can be, doesn't really matter, from this side. And we'll chuck a pipe there, and we'll chuck in one of our EMC acceptors right there. Is that a good one? It's a Mark 6. Take a Mark 9. We don't know exactly how much is going to come out of here, but that can hold 68 billion a second. So we'll use one of those. Coolio. Now we'll set that there and that there, and may as well, just for good measure, chuck one of them on. Rightio. So now all we need is some soil and some ingredients for the reactors. So I guess we better do that. 3 redstone, coal. 3 of them. Ice. 3 of them. And do we have our water thing on us? Yep. What was it called? What was it called? What was it called? It is called Evertide Amulet. There we go. Rightio, let's get these bad boys on. One of them, one of them, one of them. And them. Them, one of them, one of them. Right. Let's see how much they are going to produce when we give them power. Boom, they are producing about 90. So not amazing, but not terrible either. I don't know how much power we're going to be sucking out of there, but I'll get these guys upgraded very shortly and pull the power out as quick as we can. Let's just start with the pipes anyway and see if we can pull enough power out. Looks like we're going to have to go up anyway. Go up another one just in case. Didn't do this very great, but hey. Just going to move it over and then I'll come down on this edge. That way I can run a full length here and then just put pots on the other side again. Should have done that in the first place, but hey, thunder is a twit after all. And that one can go there. All right, there. And there. And there. And there's a tweet. There we go. Right. Now we can extract from there, 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 and of course, diamond upgrades. Boom. So these guys can now pull out 32,000 RF per tick. We might need to go to the netherite upgrades, which I've got in the system. But let's go get ourselves a few dragon egg seeds. Or at least one anyway. There. What do we need for dragon egg seeds? It will probably be, insanium. There we go. 4 of those. 4 of those. And one of those. Let's just chuck that back in the system. We need those. I didn't put them in yet. Compact machines can go in. They can go in. And what does the dragon seeds grow on? So probably insanium. Yeah, insanium farmland. So we're going to need a lot of that. So there's a stack. That's going to be plenty. Lucky I made heaps of insanium. Where am I going? We need to go back inside the machine. No, we don't. We need to make the seed. Thunder, you are a twit. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bam. Wha-bam. And dragon egg seeds. Booyah. So what I am aiming for this episode is starting to get this farm up and running. Then I want to get into a few other bits and pieces so we can get this quest completed. The encapsulating, because the reward on that is the final EMC link, Mark 16, which means we don't need trillions upon trillions of EMC to finish Project E. So if we have a look at Project E, we can get all the way up to the fading EMC link, which costs us round about 1.6 T EMC. So that's sort of doable on about where we are. But to get the next level up, you do need the final star shards, 2 of them. To get those, you need 8 colossal stars megas, which are 281 T each. So you need 8 of those to make 2 final star shards to get that last one. So kind of need a lot more EMC than I'm willing to wait for. So in order to get these and a lot of that other stuff nice and easy, once we do get the Project E completed, we actually get pretty much end game. Where is it? Chapter rewards complete. We get the tier 9001 resource generator. So of course it's over 9,000. What this thing does, produces a stack of something, whatever it is you put in, it produces a stack of every second. So you can literally put in a stack of any of those matters, or put in one of those matters and it'll produce a stack. So we can get trillions upon trillions of EMC in just a couple of minutes. So that's what we're aiming for. So we're able to get into the end crafting and finish this pack off. But to do that, we've got to get through, we've got to get into mechanism, because we need to get the steel things going. Where is it? And then we've got to get into industrial foregoing, so we can get the mob slaughter factory and dissolution chambers, so we can get the advanced machine frames, because then after we get the advanced machine frames, we put them in the fluid encapsulator with molten steel to finally get the mechanism steel casings, which go underneath our end capsules or end dimensional resource generators to produce the tier 2 or the upgraded end resources. And that's what we need to start making our encapsulator. So in order to actually make the encapsulator, you need the advanced capsule. So we've already got the nether advanced capsule. We just need the end advanced capsule. And that comes from a mechanism steel casing and a dragon head. So nice and easy. We'll definitely be able to get that very soon. So let's get into our machine and start chucking a few of these bad boys in. Let's get it in the most powerful ones to start with, so it produces faster. There we go, and chuck you on. So, might actually need a chest just so we can get the ingredients out. So let's get a chest. Nope, that's not how you spell it. Doesn't really matter as long as we can open it. There we go. That'll export straight to that. There we go. So the dragon egg essence we'll need. We'll let that run a few times because that one we want in there. But we need some more seeds and we want the essence coming out. That should produce the essence as well. So let's just make sure that it does do that. So yeah, it produces in the pots, produces essence, egg seeds, and fertilized essence. So what did we get then? 64 seeds. Thank you very much. And then more essence. So we could just, I guess, duck out and get the essence from the other one. Then we can just put the pipe back on. We want that. And then we want to add in as much of this stuff as we can. There we go. Nothing like a bit of dire wire to liven the place up. And we can just plant all these bad boys in. And we should start to get a little bit of EMC in the system very, very shortly. There we go. And what did we get out of this? Just more essence? Okay, that should do the trick though. So we'll get that out of there. We'll put that down. We'll extract and we'll put the upgrade back in. Alrighty. That can go back in there. That can go in there. And then we need a power cable. I threw them all away. Why would you do that, Funder? You're a twit. Pipe. We need 2. And we need the energy upgrade. There we go. So we can extract and put the energy upgrade. There we go. Listen to that. So we've got 20 stacks already. 22 stacks. Booyah. So all we need now is to teach it the recipe for... Oh no, we need the dragon egg. Oh, we need another. Need another one. What I'll do is I'll make a few dragon heads though, so we can get those other resources. And then we need to transform it from this one to the dragon egg. So let me fix that. So we need another sequential fabricator. That one might have to go in the back instead of the top. Probably could have just done that. So we'll extract from there. And nope. There we go. So the back is input and the top is output. That can be blank. And we can go out into another sequential. Can go on top. No, not all the way up there. Yep. And bottom can be input and this side can be output. And basically all we'll do is just extract out of there and into that, just like we had before. There we go. And there. And then we can just run energy. No, give me that back. It's going to be annoying. No. Why would you just get out of there? Probably will help if I put the stack upgrades in, hey? Then we want the void upgrades in that one. Right. That's better. So we shouldn't need to void any of that. And that's 92 stacks in there now. We can hold 4,096 stacks now that I've upgraded it. So let's get the other bits of pipe and we'll get this machine operating. All right. Perfect. So let's grab one of them and we want to turn it into a chunk. So it's literally boom, 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 chunks. Now it'll start importing it as quick as we can make it. So it looks like another upgrade is in the works. Nope. Boom. There we go. So that's going as fast as it can. Now it should export that up here. But we'll need to take it out and turn it into Dragon eggs. There we go. Now it'll export them straight up to there. And those Dragon eggs will come out and straight into our EMC. So there we go. Nice little jump and boost to our system. When all these plants get going, we'll go a full row across and a couple rows up and a couple rows up if we can. So we've probably got a few hundred plants going all at once, and that should boost our EMC production up nicely. There we have it. Nice little EMC farm to kick things off to get us over into that trillion mark nice and quickly. All right, I guess there's no time like the present than starting getting into industrial foregoing. We need to get our latex production up and running. We need to get some pink slime and all that sort of jazz. So I guess we can get a start on that and see how we end up. So in order to even get the pity machine frame, which we need for things like the fluid extractor, we have to actually get our fluid encapsulator and melt machine frames in it with logs, and that turns into the pity machine frame. So let's get the fluid encapsulator. We'll get a few of those, because you never know how much of this stuff we want to actually kick in the system. And with that, we may as well also get the magma crucible. Oh, we need some invar gears. There we go. And where were we? Mobs, magma crucible. Oh, we don't have nether bricks. We do now. There, there's the magma crucible. We'll grab a few of those as well. We can always throw one in the system for it to be learnt. There we go. Now we can use them anytime we like. But we also need the latex processing unit, but we still need the pity machine frame. So we better go and get a couple of these machine frames and melt them down. Nope, that's not how you spell it. There we go. There's a few stacks. All right, so I've just set a line of these up. All right, that should be it. We've got the EMC link up there, exporting items into all the magma crucibles. And then we've got our fluid encapsulators all ready to get the liquid in. And then, yeah, should be good to go. Actually, we do need the wood in these guys as well. Wonder if we can get it from the bottom. Yeah, we'll need to jump into the bottom there. All right, then we just get an EMC link. Don't need that big. 5 will do. And we can export from that. And what did it need? Let's have a quick look. That goes into a magma crucible. That goes into a fluid encapsulator where we used just any logs. So 4 logs of anything. So let's just grab log. And they can export spruce. Boom. All right, now we just need to set all of the machines there to accept inputs from the bottom. And our little dodgy automation is... Nope, that's the bottom. There we go. Now all it needs is some power. Let me grab a flux point, and it does let you use power in with these pipes, but for some reason... doesn't like it when it tries to go out of these pipes. So there we go. Set our network. And we should be all good. There we go. All of these guys not quite getting enough power. So I guess we better set the extraction a little higher with diamond upgrade. And that should fix our issues. There we go. So they will melt. These guys will be ready. I'll grab the machine frames. I'll make the pity frames and pop the pity frames in the chest. There we go. Now it's finally going over. So there is our spruce. It's turning into the pity machine frame. And then once that's done, we'll have heaps of them. We won't keep this running for a long time, just a little bit, just until we can get some frames and everything like that to get our encapsulators. So there we go, and that pops straight into there. We've got our pity machine frames. All right, they all seem to be working, so let's just throw a few hardened upgrades in there and see what happens. So we don't need them on the magma crucibles, but certainly these guys. Yeah, that's pushing them a bit faster. There we go. Alrighty, nice little automation. Very easy to set up. And that'll give us our melted machine frames. And then once we've got enough of the pity machine frames, probably a couple of stacks, I'll be able to take off the bottom one and then import something else in there. Because if you look, the pity machine frames will go into a dissolution chamber to upgrade to simple, and then upgrade in the dissolution chamber again to advanced, and then back in the fluid encapsulator, the steel casing. So yeah, once we have quite a few of those and upgraded right the way to advanced, we can chuck in a few of the steel casings. Don't need many, we just need enough to get us into the thingamajiggy. Capsule, advanced capsule, that's the one. Alrighty, we'll grab a few of these pressure plates and chuck them in the system, and that will give us what we need for the fluid extractor. I think we can only do one at the moment because that's the only frames I brought over. Let's just go and grab one of these. There we go, we've got a couple of stacks. Shouldn't need more than that, but we'll leave it going for a little bit longer. But you never know. So I want 12 of those so we can get plenty of fluid, and then we'll want a latex processing unit, but we will need a bucket of latex for that first. So let's grab that and some acacia, because that is the best logs to use. So these guys don't need any power to start with. You can put power in them and upgrade them. I tend not to bother. They work okay without them to start with. So always pop them around this. Excuse you. Nobody said you could fall off. So always pop them around a central point and then pop your plant in, or your log in, is how I do it. You can put the log in first, but I like to pack them in nice and close just in case you're ever going to use power to run it, just to make them go faster. They're all nice and bunched up together. There we go, 3 sets. We can chuck the logs in, and I'll get some fluid pipes. There we go. And I'll extract out of all of these bad boys into a central unit so we can get that one bucket faster. And may as well just get a tank. Do we not have a tank in here? Alright, now let's set extract on all of these bad boys. Now we definitely shouldn't need to upgrade these ones. And that looks like all of them. Perfect. Now that we got that happening, let's chuck one of these on. Boom. And that fills up with whatever latex we've got, and should be coming up to nearly a bucket. So we better get a bucket out. There is our bucket of latex. So let's go and put it in here. There we go. And there is our latex processing unit. So this does require power, and it also requires water and the latex. Let's get this over there and we can start making ourselves some latex. And chuck that there, and a bucket either side. Accumulator is on. Boom. Extract out of there. Boom. We have everything we need to start making. Oop, that's not what I wanted. To start making latex in here. Once we extract. There we go. Now these logs won't stay there forever either, so it's a good idea to keep checking on them. You can, again, set up an export, nice and easy export system from our refined storage with one of the construction. No, what's it called? Constructor. So you put that underneath, and whatever you tell it to make, it'll put that block in the world. So you just basically put it on the bottom of one of the things there, and it'll constantly make it. You know what? Let's just go and do that. Let's just go and make a couple. Just so we're always getting it. Now, constructor, constructor, constructor. Set the filter as acacia. Boom. And boom. Ta-da. And that will automatically export. Nope, don't go that way. We're going to have enough. Maybe. And that's connected. We can take that one out. All right, we just need to come across a little bit. There we go. All three are done. So whenever one of those breaks, a new one will take its place and our production will continue. And here is what we're after. Tiny dry rubber. So we'll take that and then we'll go and make it into dry rubber and then smelt it. And that'll give us the plastic we're all after. So there we go. Dry rubber. We've got 3. Let's go and put it in the furnace. There we go. Oh, yeah, been smelting a few processes just so we can get more storage. There we go. And that is what we need to make all of our machines, or the rest of our machines, especially the dissolution chamber, which is that one. So we just need a diamond gear. Hopefully that'll work. And there we go. So this bad boy takes latex and a few bits and pieces, and we can upgrade our machine frames to the next tier and possibly the tier after. We need the simple machine frames, so it needs latex. So pity to simple, and then simple to advanced with pink slime. And the pink slime you get from your mob slaughter factory, which is right there, which just needs a little bit more plastic and then some of these bad boys. And we'll have that shortly, and then we can utilize that mob farm that's been sitting there doing nothing. But that's all the time I've got for this episode. So if you've liked it, hit that like button. If you've really liked it, hit that subscribe button so you can see more content from me in the future. But until next time, that's toodles from me and the Refined Storage.